shift the first pick.
Yeah, unless they do a second warm-up.
Second warm-up is going to be Ridori.
Yep, and Ridori. Now, this map was used previously in an Ost World Cup, but you had to go far back.
I think you have to go 2 years.
Yep, it's been picked in 2012. So this map well known for having really hard jumps and really high speed throughout. At the time it was made, AR9 was not yet that popular, and it really was a very sensational map because it really was different from what was happening at the time. Nowadays it would seem like a common map to do, but yeah.
Ridori is a response to Goldust, yes.
Yeah,
I think Goldust was pretty much one of the big maps that really revolutionized the approach and approach at 9 in general.
Yeah, definitely.
It's funny to see how far we've come since then. I mean, today people are talking about approach at 9 being too slow. Just don't get it.
Yeah, back in the day it was AR8 everywhere. But yeah, Ridori, so of course based off Goldust. Goldust, who, if you weren't there in 2012, Goldust was the map of the year of 2012, so it definitely made a sensation. And looking at this matchup right here, it seems fairly even. For Estonia, we've got Kafaru and Shinsei and Atenchi holding combo pretty nicely, but Russia has a bit of an edge right now with Talala, Krim, and Kerr. Talala got a bit of an early miss, I see, but Kerr is doing really well for himself.
Yeah, Kerr is really one of those underrated players. He doesn't play a lot, but he does have incredible skills here.
Yeah, he's good at what he does, definitely. You can look at his accuracy, it's amazing right now. It seems like Russia is starting to pull ahead of Estonia here, but Shinsei and Atenchi is still holding strong for Estonia. Yeah, that's gonna be a win for Russia. See, by about I believe 7 million points. So not that much of a showdown really. Could be closer.
Oh, well.
Couldn't be, but
It's just a warm-up map, really.
yeah. And the first map will be picked by Estonia. Alright, and it seems like I called this one a bit early, but it seems like our first map is going to be Shotgun Senorita. So that's a Fremont picked by Estonia. And actually, funny thing about this, Shotgun Senorita mapped by a Russian mapper, Alex719.
So will we see any mods for this one?
Maybe, you know, it's all the appeal of pre-mod is that you can try it with hidden hard rock even flashlight if you want to. I haven't seen too many people try out mods on pre-mod because, well, it's high risk, high reward. And I mean, really high risk.
It's really high risk. You put hidden on this beat map and it becomes so much harder. You put hard rock on this beat map and you really need that incredible aim. As you can see, actually there are 2 players on the Russian side using hard rock.
Yeah, we've got hidden on Shinsei Natenchi also. I'm not surprised that he chose to put a mod on it because he's pretty much Estonia's star player. So if he's gonna carry his team, might as well add a mod on it.
I'm a bit surprised really, like there's no tactical reason to put hard rock in the first place.
Maybe Russia's confident that they can do this, or maybe it's just Estonia's trick to trick Russia into picking hard rock so that they miss and then Estonia wins at the end.
Yes, that
would be a viable strategy because Krim just missed, so
going all out on hard rock with this beat map is really risky.
Yeah, especially since it keeps getting harder as the map progresses.
Oh yes, and some of these patterns may seem easy on no mod. They are so much harder on hard rock. Actually, this beat map is one of the maps I really consider to be extraordinarily harder when using hard rock. Mostly because the way you read them, some of the patterns are hard to read. In some cases, things that are otherwise easy is just suddenly quite hard.
Yeah. It's definitely a jump map. So if you can't have good aim, this map is not for you.
Oh, it seems Kurt is playing this really well.
Yeah, it's definitely a Kurt versus Shinsei Natenchi match here. Actually, I think the ladder just dropped, so if Kurt can keep carrying, Russia should have this.
There comes the star jumps, yeah, I can't really see anyone making this in a tournament. Honestly, if I were to play this in Norway, I would never even consider putting up a mod, because there's so much more to win if you can just keep up combo and no mod.
And also hard rock is even more high risk because you have improved HP drain, and if you fail and you don't come back, your score is nullified. But it paid off for Russia. They win this one by 16 million points thanks to 2 players who failed the map for Estonia, Noriko and Shinsei Natenchi, which is a shame because Tenchi would have had a good score with his 6.5 million points, but unfortunately that is not the case. So Russia takes this first win and will choose the next map. Yeah, like you said, Piers, that was a pretty daring play for 2 players on Team Russia to choose hard rock on this beat map. Kurt actually did very well with it. He didn't miss until the very end. And Krim didn't do as well, but he still... And hey, speaking of free mod, there you go, Seiji Noto. That's another free mod bracket.
Again, I don't expect anyone to use a mod.
See, the thing with this beat map is Seiji Noto has a lot of streams. If you use hard rock on it, you have to be very consistent. You have to be like Apricot almost, and you have to pretty much 300 all the streams ever, which is really hard because the streams are quite fast. It's 192 BPM. And if you put hidden, you have to really anticipate with your cursor. And for me at least, doing streams with hidden is really hard, especially long streams like these.
It really depends on how you read the hit sounds in it. For some players, it doesn't really make a difference. Other than you actually have to see the circles in time. Actually, for some, even playing hidden on approach rate 9 can be a difficulty.
And actually, you can see nobody dare to put a mod on this map.
Also, one thing I've noticed about this beat map is that very few players do have the kind of speed required to actually play this well. And I do this myself. I just make it up with just streaming faster than I have to, and I just pick up any 100 I take too much. It doesn't matter because the combo is everything.
Yeah,
really too bad though.
This is true. Like, remember last year with maps such as Shining Wizard, people would get really low accuracies but still win because they got the full combo, and that's what matters. But yeah, Russia once again looking very nice with Homu Homutan and Krim. I don't think they've missed yet. Kurt also has a pretty nice combo, and on Estonia, quite far behind. I believe all players have dropped at this point. Yeah, this is gonna be an uncontested win for Russia, and we see some very low accuracies over here. But congrats to Homu Homutan for getting the full combo. Krim also did, but both got the full combo without a very great accuracy, especially Krim getting under 90%. Non-Estonia...
Oh, it's just tactics.
Yeah,
it's
on Estonia, really low accuracies too. You see Noriko at 75%, Yums at 86%. The map choice probably really hurt Estonia. So definitely a nice pick for Russia. They take the second map and now lead 2-0. And it sounds like the next map picked by Estonia will be Heavenly Moon.
Final two.
Now Heavenly Moon, we haven't seen that map come too much into play, but I've played it before. I know it quite a bit. The bulk of the map isn't actually that hard, but it gets very hard at the end. And it has these like it has this octagon pattern that is just impossibly hard to hit for some reason.
Well, actually, I do find one technique to be quite useful for it, and that is because it is an octagon. It's part of 2 out of 4. I just count in my head 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it actually works. You just need to split it up. In most cases in this game, one of the most important things you can do is not look at patterns as a whole.
Yeah, this map has its nice share of jumps and streams. I'd say this is more of a jump map because of all the jumps it has at the end, but it could really be defined as either.
It contains pretty much everything: short streams, jumps. It contains really long streams as well, and it does require you to be pretty good at every single aspect. Of course, you can always just get through the stream somehow, but in order to get the flow right, it's important to keep up with the speed.
Yeah, we've got some pretty good play here by Kurt and Krim once again. Kurt pretty much being the MVP of Team Russia, performed very well on every match. And for Estonia, we do have Shinsei Naitenchi holding full combo with really nice accuracy.
Yes, that's amazing by Kurt.
And it looks like this one is gonna go to Russia again by 12 million points, so almost double the score of Estonia even. We've got Kurt once again doing awesome with only 5 100s, really great accuracy, really good score. I believe that's our only full combo, and also what hurts Estonia is that Kafaru failed, didn't manage to recover, so that's 3.7 million score less for Estonia. So now Russia has a comfortable lead of 3-0, and they will pick the next map. If they win it, they will get the win on this match and have a comfortable, well, make up for the loss against Poland first off. And the next fight seems like it's going to be a double time pick. I am not surprised at all. It's going to be CCC. Have I established how, in my opinion, Russia is very strong with double time? Because if I haven't, I need to make this fact clear. They are good with double time.
Yes, as far as I know, especially Krim is a really good and seasoned double time player. It's the magic of tournaments in general here. We see a lot of more misses than we would have expected in the first place. You can also see that although Kurt is a really good no-mod player, you can say that his accuracy is struggling on this kind of map.
Yeah, Homohomutan seems to be really good here, though. I don't think they've missed yet. You can see that this the double time pick does not suit some of these players from Estonia, especially Noriko. It's quite struggling with this map, it seems.
This is the kind of beat map where, unless you are a speed player, there's no way you have a chance in this. It's basically the kind of beat maps that people look up to become able to play in the modern game, really.
Yeah, Russia really pulling ahead already in front of Estonia. If they can secure this win, they should have no problems.
So you can say, in terms of physical ability, this is actually one of the hardest beat maps in the entire pool.
Yeah, this makes sense.
It requires the fastest 1Q ability, it requires really fast reading speed and continuous playing. And one of the hardest things about this beat map is that it's constantly hard.
If you look at Homohomutan, they're really pulling up a great performance. Look at that accuracy with double time.
It's easy to see that he has absolutely no problem playing this. That's really something that's the charm about this game, is just how different a beat map can look to different players in general. Like when I'm seeing this, my eyes are actually just following the beat map, so it doesn't look that fast. I don't know how it's for other people, but
some players specialize in special skills. Homohomutan and Kurt have done really well for themselves in that map. Homohomutan getting actually a full combo. and Kurt doing with a really nice combo as well. Not quite full, but still getting 15 million points. So that's a clean win for Russia by 34 million points. So congratulations to Russia. They win this one without a doubt. 4-0. Good game to Estonia. It was a hard match. And so yeah, congratulations to both teams. And oh my, we are actually we've got some leftover time, haven't we, before next match?
We go about half an hour into the schedule. Hopefully we can play the next match as soon as possible for schedule.
Yeah, we need to catch up, definitely. This match went by fast though, only 30 minutes.
If we can get lucky, we can get the new warm-ups up in about 50 minutes.
So in the meantime, Careers, we've seen all these matches today, and of course there's the ones we haven't seen. I need to check those out. But from the scores, who do you think has who has surprised you the most so far?
I think actually the team that surprised me the most was Philippines in the first match. I did not see that coming.
Oh really? That's interesting. I'm having trouble deciding between Austria and Netherlands because both of them pulled amazing upsets against top well, not top seeded but top tier teams.
This is a very good point.
Argentina and China.
For some reason though, seeing China lose now was not I didn't see the match itself. Of course, the fact that Netherlands won while not being favourites is also a really strong performance.
What really surprised me about Netherlands is that their roster was completely different from previous years. They didn't have the pro players we're used to. No Happy Stick, no Glady, no Laporte, so no Zozo Zofan either. So it was like, well, who's gonna play for Netherlands? And yet they have such a good roster. We saw Big Child with such great performance. They managed to take a win from Argentina, a team who I believe made it to the quarterfinals last year.
This is correct.
Of course, I have to mention France because, yeah, I have to. Taking even just one map from Korea is no small feat. Because, wow.
Well, Norway was pretty close, mind you.
Yeah, well, you guys are good too. I'm just so eager for this Norway versus France match. I think it's gonna be very, very hyped.
Let's not hype up a match that is not being covered.
Oh well.
Anyway, I do feel though, the reason why I'm mentioning Philippines is because of their strong performance, but what it really did make was probably the most exciting match so far in this tournament, where Sweden is able to pick up from a 3-0 down, take up all the points in the end.
Yeah, complete upset. Well, not really upset because they were first off, but they managed to come back from a 3-0. That's amazing. I don't think many matches. I don't think that happens in many matches. But too bad for Philippines. Yeah, Sweden completely caught up to Philippines and managed to take it on the tiebreaker.
I'm pretty sure perhaps most of the reason why is because when you start playing your first match in this tournament, the nerves are just at its peak generally, and the first beat maps are so hard to play. You just don't know what you're doing. Eventually, your body kind of gets used to it. It gets easier to perform. And I'm pretty sure that when Sweden was down 3-0, they knew they had nothing to lose. They might as well just start playing well, and that's what I did.
Yeah, I think there's maybe quite a tilting issue. Is like when you don't expect that you're gonna win. Like I'm sure Philippines didn't expect to lead 3-0, and when they got to that point, they probably got so panicked because they didn't expect it. They probably started playing worse because of that.
This is something that happened to Norway last year. Luckily for Norway, we did win those matches, but we were still like really flustered when we were 2-0 up and so forth. I do feel that one of the reasons why we conceded against Chile was actually because we were we were slacking too much, to be honest.
Yeah, the stress factor really has a great it really matters a lot in these matches. But I'm just very eager to see some matches from Group F and Group H, because I didn't quite get to see Poland play yet, and of course the United States haven't played yet, so I want to see them in action. I saw that Latvia did a pretty good job against New Zealand, and of course Poland beat Russia, which we just saw Russia. They were really good. So if Poland's better, they're really scary.
So for the time being, will we just keep the stream online?
Yeah, I believe we should start warm-up matches for the next one quite soon. Unless I get some notification that we don't, but oh well. For now, we could just keep talking, maybe do a little bit of debriefing about what happened in the way of matches today and yesterday. If I can look at the previous results we've had today, we can discuss these. They're right under the video, actually. So yeah, we've already talked about Argentina versus Netherlands. I don't think anyone saw that coming. UK versus Belgium. Belgium actually managed to take one map off UK. I was actually really surprised. I didn't think they would be able to do that.
Belgium is not that weak. They do have pretty good no-mode players, so...
Drag Rainbow was really performing well in that match. We had Germany versus Brazil. I did actually predict correctly the outcome of this match. I was pretty happy with myself. There was a Finland versus Estonia. Once again, Estonia not quite being able to match up Finland, which I didn't think Finland would be this good, honestly. No Delua. So I was mainly relying on the rest of the team, and it seems like mainly Sorzi and Fabi V2 did pretty good. Poland versus Russia. I didn't quite see the match, but I assume just Poland just steamrolled. Thailand versus Indonesia, same thing really. Norway versus Chile. Well, we talked about this. It happened today. So you said you conceded the map because you were slacking off?
We were, well, obviously, I don't think the team was slacking off. I think I did. I think I just lost concentration and I lost the combo. For some reason, I was playing really bad against Chile. And it's kind of my role in the team. Captaining Norway is kind of difficult in times because there's a lot of pressure, and even though I don't care, I still feel it a lot. I just don't understand how it affects my body sometimes.
I see.
And it's really like something that is kind of like an agreement between me and my team. They know that I just take everything on my shoulders and they just relax and play.
Then let's see. Yeah, Korea versus France. Like I said, I expect it to be a complete steamroll steamrolling for Korea. Not quite, actually. France really surprising me. Would you look at that? My own team surprising me, but oh well. Taiwan versus Hong Kong. I don't think much happened in that game. Just Taiwan carrying. Same for Japan versus United Kingdom.
May I say one thing about France?
Go ahead.
I wasn't surprised at all.
Really?
I knew it from the start. I did some research about the French team. I can instantly see this is a team that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, you've told me this before. Is that they're actually low ranked, but they actually have really interesting scores.
This is actually something new which is coming around. There's a new generation of players who do not care about performance points. Because of that, they don't really go through all that with accuracy. You don't see them in the tables a lot. But they're still quite capable of playing with hard marks and so forth. In a tournament where really the combo is what matters, if they can keep up and playing the hardest beat maps available, there's nothing stopping them really.
Yeah, about that actually, you mentioned something really interesting. When I made the French tournament this year, I had no idea how to seed people, so I just didn't, because the performance points just was not indicative of the player skill. So I had no idea to know who was better than like who was who had seemingly